Hello everyone, myself Rakshita I am working as a lecturer in Vidyavardhaka Pre-University College, Mysuru. ಮೈಸೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ರಸಾಯನಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರ ವೇದಿಕೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಮತ್ತು ನಗರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥವಾಗಬೇಕೆಂಬ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿರುವ ಮೈ ಪಿ ಯು ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. I feel very proud about our chemistry forum for conducting this beautiful program. So today I am going to discuss about chemical kinetics for 2nd PU science students. Students, this chemical kinetics chapter is very important for your annual examination purpose, because if you understand this chapter very easily, then you have to score good marks in this chapter. Before going to the definition for the kinetics, we have to know what is the purpose of studying kinetics. ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ನಾವು. ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ವೆಲ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. The substance with a well-defined properties are converted by a chemical reactions into other substance with a different property. For any chemical reaction, chemists try to find out. For any chemical reactions, chemist try to find out for any chemical reaction, chemists try to find out, first thing is feasibility. Feasibility of a reaction, delta G less than 0 at a constant temperature and a pressure. I will explain, don't worry. Feasibility of a reaction: when the reaction is feasible, the del G less than 0 at a constant temperature and a pressure. Extent to which reaction will proceed. Extent to which reaction will proceed. The extent to which reaction will proceed. Next one is speed of the reactions. That means time taken by the reaction. Time taken by the reaction. Time taken by the reaction to reach equilibrium. To reach equilibrium. For any chemical reaction, chemists are try to find out, first thing is whether the reaction is feasible or not. ಆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನು? ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಜಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 0 ಅಟ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಎಸ್, ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಡಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ extent to which reaction will proceed. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ನು ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಜರುಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಮ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಫೀಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ? ನೋ. Along with the feasibility of a reaction and extent of the reaction, it is equally important to know the speed of the reaction. That means time taken by the reaction to reach equilibrium. ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ನ ವೇಗ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಿಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ chemical kinetics, means speed of a reaction. For example, why ma'am it is equally important? For example, which parameter determines first question is listen, which parameter determines how as to food gets rapidly spoiled? What controls the rate at which fuels burn in an auto engine? Next one is how to design. These are all the question, right? Yes. How to design rapidly setting material for dental filling. Why ma'am? Why it is equally important to know the speed of reaction? ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ how has to food get rapidly spoiled? What controls the rate at which fuel burns in an auto engine? How to design rapidly setting material for dental filling? All these questions can be answered only by chemical kinetics. All these questions can be answered only by chemical kinetics. That's why it is equally important to know the rates of reaction. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಯಾಕೆ ಫುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಗ ಹಾಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾವ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಬರ್ನ್ಸಿನ ಆಟೋ ಇಂಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ? ಹೌ ಟು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಡೆಂಟಲ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. Means it is equally important to know the rates of reaction along with the feasibility and extent of the reaction. Next we have to know what do you mean by chemical kinetics? Chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry. Chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of rates of reaction and mechanism of the reaction and what are the factors which affecting the rates of reaction. What do you mean by chemical kinetics? Is the study of, is the branch of chemistry, no doubt, is the study of rates of reaction, study of rate of reaction, mechanism of the reaction, the reactions and factors affecting the rate of reaction. Factors affecting the rate of reaction. What do you mean by chemical kinetics then? Chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of reaction rates, mechanism of the reaction and what are the factors which affecting the rate of reaction. Chemical kinetics ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಏನು, ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಅಂಶಗಳು ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ದ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ Greek word kinesis, meaning ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಕೈನೆಸಿಸ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು? ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ನ ವೇಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ವರ್ಡ್ meaning kinesis meaning what? Movement. Greek word is what? Kinesis, which indicates the meaning for movement. Kinesis meaning movement. Next, chemical kinetics is over. Chemical kinetics is derived from the Greek word kinesis meaning movement. Thermodynamics data tells only about the thermodynamics data tells only about the feasibility of a reaction, whereas chemical kinetics tells about the rate of reaction. Thermodynamics feasibility ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, chemical kinetics ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? rates of reaction ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. For example, thermodynamic data indicates that diamond can be converted into graphite. Thermodynamic data indicates that diamond can be converted into graphite, but in reality the reaction rate is very slow. The conversion rate for a diamond to graphite is a very slow. That change cannot be perceptible. ಆ ಚೇಂಜನ್ನ ಗ್ರಹಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. So most of the people think that diamond is forever. Thermodynamics data indicates that diamond can be converted into graphite, but the conversion rate in reality is very slow. That change cannot be perceptible at all. Therefore, most of the people think that diamond is forever. Diamond is forever. Kinetics, we have to study at macroscopic and microscopic level. Macroscopic level. At the macroscopic level, we are concerned only about amount reacted or formed. At the macroscopic level, we are concerned only about the amount reacted or formed and their rate of formation and their rate of consumption. At the macroscopic level, we are concerned only about the amount reacted are formed and their rate of consumption and their rate of formation. But at the microscopic or molecular level, we are interested to know the reaction mechanism. It is very important. We are interested to know the reaction mechanism involving orientation. Reaction mechanism involving orientation and energy of molecules undergoing collision are discussed. Chemical kinetics, we are studied at macroscopic level. At that level, we are concerned only about the amount reacted and formed and their rate of consumption and their rate of formation. But at the molecular level, reaction mechanism involving, we are interested to know the reaction mechanism involving any orientation, energy of the molecules undergoing any collision, which can be concerned in the microscopic or molecular level. Next, we have to go for what do you mean by rate of chemical reaction? Before going to the definition further, for example, some reaction such as inorganic reactions occurs very fastly. For example, precipitation of silver chloride occurs very instantaneously by mixing aqueous solution of silver nitrate and sodium chloride. Precipitation of silver chloride occurs very instantaneously by mixing aqueous solution of silver nitrate and a sodium chloride. Precipitation of silver chloride ಬೇಗ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ by mixing the sodium chloride ಮತ್ತು silver nitrate ಎರಡು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ we get a precipitate of silver chloride easily, which indicates that the rate of that reaction is very fast. But some reactions occurs at very slowly. For example, rusting of iron in the presence of air or moisture. Rusting of iron in the presence of air and a moisture is an example for slow reaction, means that reaction rate is very slow. Some reactions occurs at moderate rate. For example, inversion of cane sugar and hydrolysis of starch. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ತುಂಬ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರೇಟ್ ರೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ? ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಮೆಷರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? Rate of chemical reaction is defined as the change in the concentration of reactants or products in unit time. ಹೇಗೆ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಒಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್, change in the concentration of reactants or products in unit time. Consider an hypothetical equation R giving rise to P. Means 1 mole of reactant giving rise to 1 mole of product. R is reactant, P is the product. Yes. Let us consider molar concentration of R1 and the molar concentration of P1 are the yes, R2 and P2 are the concentration of reactant and a product at time. This is T1 and this is T2. R2 C. 1 mole of reactant giving rise to 1 mole of product. We have to consider R1 and a P1 are the molar concentration of the reactant and a product at a time T1. In the same way, R2 and P2 are the molar concentration of the reactant and a product at a time T2. Here the square bracket indicates molar concentration. Indicates molar concentration. Yes. Next, change in reactant del R. Delta R is given by molar concentration of R2 minus molar concentration of R1. In the same way, delta P is equal to molar concentration of P at a time T2, molar concentration of P at a time T1. Delta T, change in time, is given by T2 minus T1. Yes, 1 mole of reactant giving rise to product. R1 and a P1 are the concentration of the reactant and a product at a time T1. In the same way, R2 and a P2 are the concentration of reactant and a product at a time T2. Here, square bracket indicates that molar concentration. Change in reactant is given by R2 minus R1. Delta P is given by P2 minus P1. Delta T is given by T2 minus T1. Then, rate of disappearance of reactant. Rate of disappearance of reactant is given by minus delta R divided by delta T. Why ma'am? Why it is negative sign? Let me take an example. 1 mole of reactant at a time T is equal to 0 means initially 1 mole of reactant giving rise to product at a time t is equal to 10 minutes. At a time t is equal to 10 minutes, at a time t is equal to 0, means initially 1 mole of reactant giving rise to product, at a time t is equal to 10 minutes, only 0.5 moles of reactant will be left. Remaining reactant will be get converted into product. Yes, this is the initial concentration, this is the final concentration. Delta R can be, final is 0.5, because after 10 minutes what is the concentration of reactant will be left? Just 0.5 mole. But initially what is the concentration of reactant? 1.0. Totally 0.5 minus 1.0, we get a minus 0.5, we get a negative quantity. Remember this thing, the rate cannot be, speed or rate of a reaction cannot be expressed in the negative quantity, it always in the positive quantity. In order to make this negative quantity into positive quantity, we have to multiply it with the negative sign, means it is multiplied with a minus 1, we get a positive quantity. In order to convert into a positive quantity, we have to multiply it with a minus 1. That's why this is minus del R by delta T, means which indicates the decrease in concentration of the reactant with respect to time. This is only for reactant, but in the product initially it was 0, right? Initially the product concentration is, zero. After it will be 0.5 or anything, means we get higher minus lower value, definitely it should be positive. Therefore, there is no negative sign in the case of product, but in case of reactant we have to take minus, because which indicates the decrease in concentration of the reactant in unit time. Okay. Next we have to go for rate of appearance of product. Negative sign ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೇ ಆದರೂ ನಾವು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎಸ್, ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ product. What do you mean by rate of appearance of product? It is given by the delta P divided by delta T, means increase in the concentration of the product with respect to time, it gives the rate of appearance of product. Rate of disappearance of reactant is minus delta R by delta T. Rate of appearance of product is delta P by delta T. For any chemical reaction, the rate is expressed in terms of reactant and a product can be written as rate of reaction in terms of reactants and product. Rate of reaction in terms of reactant and a product can be written as, this is very important, can be written as, ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? Rate of a reaction is equal to rate of disappearance of reactant. What is the rate of disappearance of reactant? Minus delta R divided by delta T. Molar concentration of reactant with respect to T and delta P divided by rate of reaction in terms of reactants and product can be written as rate of reaction is equal to rate of disappearance of reactant, rate of appearance of product. Rate of disappearance of reactant is what? Minus delta R by delta T plus delta plus ಬರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅದು delta P divided by delta T. Again, to be more specific, rate of reaction can be expressed in terms of reactant. In terms of reactant, what is the rate then? The decrease in the concentration of the reactant with respect to time. In terms of product, the increase in the concentration of the product with respect to time. Next concept is unit of rate of reactions. What is the general unit for rate of reaction? Rate is defined as the change in concentration with respect to time. Therefore, concentration per time is the general unit. The concentration can be expressed in terms of mole per liter. Time is expressed in terms of second. Therefore, what is the unit? Mole per liter per second. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆದರೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ -1 ಅಂತನಾದರೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏನು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, in case of gaseous reaction, the concentration can be expressed in terms of partial pressure. Concentration can be expressed in terms of partial pressure. The partial pressure unit is what? Yes, atmosphere. In case of gaseous reaction, in case of gaseous reaction, atmosphere per second is the unit for rate of reaction, because in case of gaseous reaction the concentration is expressed in terms of partial pressure. Therefore, unit for partial pressure is atmosphere and time second. Therefore, what is the unit for gaseous reaction? Atmosphere per second. Rate of reaction and units for rate of reaction is over. Next concept is average rate of reaction. Average rate of reaction is same as the rate of reaction. It can be given by R average is equal to rate of disappearance is what? Minus delta R by delta T, and is equal to rate of appearance of product. R average is rate, R average means average rate is equal to minus delta R by delta T is equal to delta P by delta T. What about instantaneous rate of reaction? Instantaneous rate of reaction. The instantaneous rate of reaction is the rate of reaction measured at any instant of time. The rate of reaction is measured at any instant of time or particular moment of time. Then, instantaneous rate of reaction is obtained by considering the average rate of, it can be obtained by considering the average rate at very small interval of time, very small interval of time. Say dt, that means delta t approaches to 0. Instantaneous rate of a reaction is the rate of reaction is measured at any instant of time or particular moment of time. It can be obtained by considering the average rate at very small interval of time, say dt, when delta t approaches to 0. Then our instantaneous rate becomes minus dr by dt, very small change interval of time, yes, and dp by dt. Instantaneous rate is given by minus dr by dt equal to dp by dt. Yes, instantaneous rate can be obtained by considering the average rate at a very small interval of time, say dt, when delta t approaches to 0. Rate instantaneous is given by minus dr by dt equal to dp by dt. Why ma'am it is dt? Means small interval of time, therefore it is considered as dr and dt. Is it clear? Instantaneous rate can also be obtained by graphical method. Instantaneous rate can also be obtained by graphical method. Yes. Next we have to know the graphical method. Instantaneous rate can be obtained by graphical method. These are the graphical method. This is for a reactant, this is for a product. How do you obtain instantaneous rate? Instantaneous rate can be measured by plotting a concentration of a reactant versus time. Instantaneous rate can be measured by plotting a concentration of reactant versus time t, drawn a tangent on the curve, calculating the slope of the tangent, we get a instantaneous rate. Slope itself gives the instantaneous rate. This is for a reactant. I am already told you that initially the reactant concentration will be high. After the reaction proceeds, the concentration of the reactant decreases. That's why the curve decreases. Yes. This is the concentration of the reactant at a time t1. This is the concentration of the reactant at a time t2. R1 at a time t1, R2 at a time t2. The change in concentration of the reactant, it is del R. The change in time, it is delta t. This is the tangent of the curve. Slope is the R instant equal to minus dr by dt. This represents dr, this represents dt. R average minus delta R by dt. R average is equal to minus delta R divided by delta t, means decrease in the concentration of the reactant with respect to time. Instantaneous rate is the minus dr by dt, giving rise to slope. Calculating the slope of the tangent gives the instantaneous rate. This is for reactant. Figure A represents the average rate and instantaneous rate. In the same way, concentration of product along the y-axis, time along the x-axis. Product, initially it was 0. After the reaction proceeds, the concentration of the product increases. Yes, the curve increases. Drawn a tangent on the curve. Calculate the instantaneous rate at a particular time. This is the concentration of the product at a time t2. This is the concentration of the product at a time t1. R average is equal to delta P by delta T. R instantaneous is, this is the dP divided by dt. R instantaneous can be calculated by dP by dt. It itself gives the slope. The tangent of the curve is the, first we have to draw the tangent on the curve, calculating the slope. Slope determines the instantaneous rate. This is the figure B. Figure B represents the instantaneous and average rate of a reaction. In this way, instantaneous rate can be measured by plotting the concentration of reactant or a product versus time, drawn a tangent on the curve and calculating its slope. The slope of the tangent gives the instantaneous rate. Now it is clear. How do you find out the instantaneous rate? By graphical method, by drawn a tangent on the curve, calculating the slope of the tangent itself, it gives the instantaneous rate. Next we have to go for rate of reaction is expressed in terms of reactant and a product. Expression for rate of reaction in terms of reactant and a product. First we consider an example in which the stoichiometric coefficient of the reactant and a product will be same. Consider a reaction in which stoichiometric coefficient of reactant and a product will be same. Example is observe here the stoichiometric coefficient for mercury and a chlorine is 1 and a product is 1. The stoichiometric coefficient of both the reactant and a product will be same. In such a cases, the rate of reaction can be expressed in terms of concentration of any one of the reactant or a product. Means rate of reaction is equal to the rate of disappearance of reactant and it is equal to the rate of appearance of product. ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು ನೋಡುವ. Rate is equal to, what is the reactant here? Mercury and a chlorine. Reactant, we put a negative sign, minus delta molar concentration of mercury with respect to time, yes, and here this is also reactant. What is the reactant? Chlorine minus delta Cl2 divided by delta T. This is the rate of reaction. For a reactant we take a negative sign. For product there is no negative sign here, delta mercury chloride and with respect to time. This is an example. The reaction in which stoichiometric coefficient of reactant and a product will be same. Rate of reaction is expressed minus delta Hg divided by delta T equal to minus delta Cl2 divided by delta T equal to delta HgCl2 divided by delta T. In this case, rate of reaction is equal to the rate of disappearance of reactant and rate of appearance of product. Next we have to consider another example, decomposition of hydrogen iodide. Decomposition of hydrogen iodide. In this case, the stoichiometric coefficient of reactant is 2, product is 1 and 1. The reaction in which the stoichiometric coefficient of reactant and a product are not same. In such a cases, to have the same value for the rate of reaction, in these cases, to have the same value for the rate of reaction, the rate of disappearance of reactant and the rate of appearance of product is divided by their respective stoichiometric coefficient. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟು? 2. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ HI ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟಿ, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ಯೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟಿಂದ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, 1/2 minus delta HI divided by delta T. But H2 and a hydrogen are product, therefore stoichiometric coefficient is 1. Delta H2 divided by delta T is equal to delta I2 divided by delta T. To have the same value for the rate of reaction, the rate of disappearance of reactant and rate of appearance of product are divided by their respective stoichiometric coefficient. Again I will take another example, then it will be easy to understand. What is the stoichiometric coefficient here? 3 and a 3. To have the same value for the rate of reaction, ಹೇಗೆ ರೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ರೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ಯೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟಿಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈ ಮೂರು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕೋತೀನಿ, 1/5 ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ BR minus divided by delta T. In the same way, for bromate ion, stoichiometric coefficient is here 1, therefore delta BrO3 minus don't forget to write negative sign, and minus, what is the stoichiometric coefficient for proton? 6, therefore minus 1 by 6 delta H plus divided by delta T. What about product? 1 by 3 delta Br2 divided by delta T is equal to 1 by 3 delta water divided by delta T. In this way, we have to represent the rate of reaction. Okay. Next, we have to go for gaseous reaction. Gaseous reaction ಇದ್ದಾಗ rate ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? Rate of reaction for a gaseous reaction. For rate of reaction for gaseous molecules. ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Here we are take one example, nitrogen in gaseous state, hydrogen in gaseous state, formation of ammonia in the gaseous state. Yes. In this case, the concentration of reactant or product can be expressed in terms of partial pressure. ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅದೇ ಥರ, ಬಟ್ ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬದಲು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ rate is equal to delta P N2 divided by delta T minus, because reactant, equal minus stoichiometric coefficient is 3, therefore 1 by 3 delta P H2 divided by delta T. For product, stoichiometric coefficient is how much? 2, therefore 1 divided by 2 delta NH3 divided by delta T. In this way, we have to express the rate of reaction for a gaseous molecules. Next, we have to go for problems on average rate. Problems on average rate. See the question. In a reaction, 2A giving rise to product. The concentration of A decreases from 0.5 mole per liter to 0.4 mole per liter in 10 minutes. What are the given? Concentration will be given 0.5 mole per liter. This is R1. Sorry, here reactant is A, right? A1 and A2. Molar concentration of A2 is given 0.4 mole per liter. Time is 10 minutes. How do you find out the rate? Rate is equal to minus, what is the stoichiometric coefficient here? 2, 1 by 2. Why ma'am it is negative sign? Because this is reactant, therefore minus of, what is the reactant here? A. Delta A divided by delta T means, delta A means what? A2 minus A1 at T2 minus T1. Okay. In the question, they were giving the concentration. Final concentration is how much? 0.4. What about initial concentration? 0.5. Negative sign. Don't forget to take a negative sign. Okay. 10 minutes is the final time. It initially T2 is 10 minutes and initially it was 0. Minus of, what about final concentration? 0.4. Initial is 0.5 and final time is 10 minus 0. We get an answer 0.005. ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ 0.5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0.4 ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ minus 0.1 divided by 20. This means divided by 10. Multiply ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 20. We get 0.005. This is the mole per liter. Time in minute. Therefore, Simplified 5 into 1, 2, 3. After the decimal, it has to move by 3 places. Therefore, 5 into 10 power minus 3 mole per liter per minute. The final concentration is 0.4, initial concentration is 0.5, 0.4 minus 0.5 and time is 10. For reactant is 2, 1 by 2, 0.4 minus 0.5 divided by 10, we get minus of multiplied with a minus 0.1 divided by 10, we get a final answer 5 into 10 power minus 3 mole per liter per minute. Next we have to go for another problem. See the question. The question is the decomposition of N2O5 in carbon tetrachloride at a 318 Kelvin has been studied by monitoring the concentration of N2O5 in the solution. Initially the concentration is N2O5. Initially the concentration of N2O5 is how much? 2.33. After 184 minutes, it gets reduced to how much? 2.08. Calculate the R average rate. In addition to that, we have to find out the rate of production of NO2. Okay, first we have to find out the average rate. Average rate is equal to reactant minus stoichiometric coefficient is 2, 1 by 2. According to the equation, we have to write the rate minus 1 by 2 delta molar concentration of N2O5 divided by delta T. Yes, minus of the concentration. Initially it was how much? Initially it was 2.33 and final is 2.08 at a time 184 minus 0. The final answer is 1 by minus 1 by 2.25 divided by 184. R average. The final answer is 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 mole per liter per minute. Average rate we have to calculate it by minus of delta N2O5 divided by delta T. What is the final concentration? 2.08 and initial is 2.33, time is 184. See, on simplification we get the answer 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 mole per liter per minute. 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 mole per liter per minute is the average rate. But we have to find out the rate of production of NO2. How do you find out? Okay, rate we get an answer. Rate of production of NO2 can be written as rate is equal to, what is the coefficient? 1 by 4 delta NO2 divided by delta T. Yes. What is the rate? We are already calculated. 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 is equal to 1 by 4 delta NO2 divided by delta T. We want rate of production of NO2, therefore cross multiply it. Delta NO2 divided by delta T is 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 into 4. We get 2.13 into 10 power, we get final answer is 2.72 into 10 power minus 3 mole per liter per minute. Rate is calculated. What is the rate? 6.79 into 10 power minus 4. We have to find out the production of NO2. The production of NO2 is in the left hand side. 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 multiplied with a 4, we get an answer 2.72 into 10 power minus 3 mole per liter per minute. This is the way of solving this problem. Next we have to go for another problem. It is very easy. See the question. For a reaction R giving rise to P, the concentration of reactant changes from initially it was 0.03, finally 0.02 at a time 25 minutes. We have to find out the average rate. Average rate for reactant minus delta R divided by delta T means minus R2 minus R1 divided by T2 minus T1. R2 is how much? 0.02 molar. R1 is how much? 0.03 molar. Time 25 minus 0. Final answer is 4 into 10 power minus 4 mole. Mole directly they were given molar, therefore molar per minute. 4 into 10 power minus 4 molar per minute is the final answer. In addition to this, the question will be continued. Average rate of a reaction using units of time in a minutes and a seconds. Average rate minute alide, second convert ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. Listen, 1 minute is equal to how much? 60 seconds. In order to convert one system of unit into another system, we have to use the chemical equivalence. 1 minute divided by 60 second is equal to 1 and 1 is equal to 60 second divided by 1 minute. We have to take this relationship because in order to cancel the minute means 4 into 10 power minus 4 mole per minute means minute is in the numerator. 60 second divided by 1 minute. The minute get cancelled. We get final expression 6.67 into 10 power minus 6 mole per second. Mole per second. 1 minute is equal to 60 second. In order to remove the minute, we have to take this relationship 60 second divided by 1 minute. Minute get cancelled. Final answer is 6.67 into 10 power minus 6 molar per second. 6.67 into 10 power minus 6 molar per second. Next we have to continue in the next class.